The Brooklyn Nets announced Thursday the suspension of Kyrie Irving, days after he tweeted a link to a documentary that has been criticized as anti-Semitic, and then defended his decision to do so. In a statement on Twitter, the team said that they made repeated attempts to help Irving understand the harm and danger of his words and actions. The NBA and the Brooklyn Nets have faced criticism by the public for not taking any action against Kyrie Irving sooner. Billionaire businessmen Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos are in talks on a possible joint venture. The Roc Nation founder and Amazon founder are exploring a potential joint bid on the Washington Commanders. It is not yet clear if the two have spoken with Dan Snyder and wife Tanya, the current owners of the NFL team, about the possibility of the acquisition. Forbes estimates that the current valuation for the Washington Commanders is more than $5.6 billion. Owner Dan Snyder has hired Bank of America to assess the value of the franchise and help facilitate the potential sale. Russian control of the key southern Ukrainian city of Kherson appears increasingly in doubt. On Thursday, officials suggested that the Kremlin's troops seems to be withdrawing into the outskirts of the city. The Russian-installed deputy civilian administrator of the Kherson region said that the troops would try to regroup. This marks one of the few times any Russian-backed official has officially communicated that Russian troops are having difficulties. Ukraine has been advancing since the start of October, attacking key Russian supply lines and making it continuously more difficult for Russians to continue to supply their troops. However, Ukrainian troops on the front line are more cautious, telling a Reuters reporter who visited last week that they have seen no evidence of Russian forces withdrawing and believe they were in fact strengthening their position, calling it a potential trap. Just under 48 hours after polls closed, Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid called Benjamin Netanyahu to congratulate him on winning Israel's elections. The Prime Minister's office announced. Israel's Central Election Committee on Thursday announced the final allocations of seats, giving Netanyahu and likely political allies 64 seats in the legislature, enough for a governing majority. President Isaac Herzog will begin consultations with politicians after the results are officially certified on November 9th. A Netanyahu return to the head of government could spell a fundamental shift to Israel's society as the conservative majority continues to gain power. South Korea scrambled its jets Friday after North Korea launched 180 planes near the shared military demarcation line dividing the two nations. North Korean military forces were detected flying just north of the tactical line, also known as the Armistice Line, which was established in 1953 and formally ended the Korean War. The aggressive show of force in North Korea's airspace came just hours after Washington and Seoul extended joint military drills, and some 240 aircraft continue with the largest ever U.S.-South Korean military exercise. Elon Musk Twitter has begun laying off employees across the company after an internal memo on Thursday warned that the cuts would be coming. On Thursday night and into Friday morning, dozens of Twitter employees began posting on the platform that they had already been locked out of their company email accounts ahead of planned layoff notifications. By Friday morning, Twitter employees from departments including ethical AI, marketing, communications, search, public policy, wellness, and other teams had tweeted about having been let go. Members of the creation team, which helps elevate reliable information on the platform, including elections, were also laid off, according to an employee post.